Good evening. Do any of you know of anyone, family member, or friend who suffers from mental illness, mental disorder? If so, you are not alone. According to NAMI, 1 in 5 Americans experience some type of mental disorder every year. Mental illness not only affects the suffering individual, but also the families and loved one of that individual. Mental illness can be physically and emotionally trying and can make us feel vulnerable based on the stigma, the opinion, and judgment of others. As mental illness may affect you in some personal way, you should be informed on how you can help others who suffer from mental disorders. For the past 4 years, I've been working as a detoxification counselor for Volunteers of America Chesapeake at a residential center in Arlington, Virginia. I've seen firsthand the issues that people have that come into treatment that suffer from mental conditions. We will begin by briefly discussing the types of mental conditions, the effect it has on family and loved ones, and then focus on an organization that is committed to providing services and resources to help those that suffer from mental disorders. There are many different types of mental disorders that can affect a person. Some of the more common disorders are ADHD, attention deficit disorder, where an individual has problems with attention, hyperactivity, and or paying attention. Bipolar disorder, which causes dramatic highs and lows in a person's mood, energy, and ability to think clearly. Autism, or ASD, autism spectrum disorder, a developmental disorder that makes it difficult to socialize and communicate with others. Schizophrenia, which causes a person to lose touch with reality, often in the form of hallucinations, delusions, and extremely disordered moods and behavior. PTSD, or post-stress traumatic disorder, which occurs as a result of traumatic events such as combat, sexual assault, an accident, or natural disaster. There are other disorders that fall under the mental illness spectrum, such as eating disorders, OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, and anxiety disorders. According to 2016 statistics from Mental Health America, 56% of adults in America that suffer from one of the disorders listed above did not receive any type of treatment, and rates of youth depression has risen to 11.1% in 2014 from 8.5% in 2011. There are symptoms that are associated with mental disorders. Some of these, which are also listed on the Mental Health America website and are noted above, are confused thinking, prolonged depression, feeling of extreme highs and lows, excessive fears, worries, and anxieties, social withdrawal, and dramatic change in eating habits. Add to this, across the country, 1 in every 20 adults living in America is living with a serious mental health disorder or long-term depression, which is a problem due to lack of access. Now that we have an idea of what mental illness is all about, we can now talk about an organization that is committed to combat the mental health situation in this country. There are many ways that we can make a difference and take action to help raise awareness about mental health, and one of those ways would be to support the organization such as NAMI. NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness, provides training programs that help those that not only suffer from a mental disorder, but also provides training and educational program and resources for family members and loved ones who have to take care of the suffering individual. NAMI also has a national helpline so that individuals that have questions about mental illness can call in and get information. With this information, we can get an idea of how supporting an organization such as NAMI can help improve the lives of people that need help with mental illness. When you begin to support this organization, you get involved and begin to make a difference in the lives of your fellow Americans who suffer from mental illness. There are many ways to support NAMI, including tax deduction, donations, becoming a member, and by participating in the many programs such as NAMI Walks, and also by volunteering. Today we've had a chance to talk about and learn a little about mental illness and some of its symptoms. We also learned about an organization that advocates and provides information and resources, and how getting involved help those that suffer from mental illness. I hope you will join me in supporting mental illness by donating to or volunteering your time for the National Alliance of Mental Illness. You can get more information on this great organization by visiting their website and understanding what it takes to become involved. You can click on Get Involved to initiate your area of support. Thank you for listening.